Hello yogis, welcome to this week's yoga practice. We'll be starting lying down today, so just make your way to a comfortable supine position. I'm going to use a bolster behind my knees. Feel free to grab a cushion or roll up a blanket to put there, or even a pillow off your bed, and settle yourself down. Find a really nice and comfortable lying down asana, and let the body settle in here. And as you let the body land, really straight away spiral inwards and observe how you feel. Let's bring one hand and then the other on top to the solar plexus, so just above the belly button. Let the elbows rest heavy on the earth. And just let the hands start to rise and fall with the breath. Notice as the body starts to sink down a little bit more into the earth. And observe how your center, the place where your hands are resting, is expanding and softening down with each full round of breath. Our focus for today is simply connect. Find connection. And for me, when I'm feeling a severe sense of disconnect, I know that it starts here, right? It starts within. So first we need to reconnect back to our center. And that's why our hands are resting right here in our belly, our third chakra, manipura. The color of this chakra is yellow, and it reflects the light and the fire of the sun, hence solar plexus. So as you breathe into your belly here, you can imagine you are wafting some bright yellow flames at your center, sending them oxygen and life. And just reigniting that deep place of listening in the body. Inhaling, filling up, wafting the flames. Exhaling, softening down. Finding a sense of release as we lie here. And also a sense of reconnecting to your center. Just a couple more breaths in stillness. Nice. And then just slowly start to release the left ear down towards the earth, stretching out in the neck. Take a big breath in here. As you exhale, switch sides. Right ear to the earth. Breathe in here. Exhale, slowly switch sides, just warming up into the neck. Keep going with your breath. Slowly stretching it out. Small movements to start off with, and just massaging the back of the scalp, the atlas on the earth as you move. Last couple of breaths here, even it out, let the breath keep flowing. And then slowly come back to center on an inhale and land yourself here. And then from your center, just draw the belly button gently down towards the spine and bend up one knee, then the other, and slowly roll the bolster away from you, if there is a bolster. If you're using a blanket or a cushion, you can just release that, move it to one side from behind the knees. And the knees are bent up to the sky. Bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees drop out wide. Supta Baddha Konasana. So this is quite early on in the practice to be bringing in this pose. So be kind to yourself. Maybe you move the feet a little further away from the pelvis, making a nice big diamond with the legs. And then really feel into your center. observe the feeling of the belly rising to the sky on the inhale and drawing in, softening down on the exhale. So in this pose, we're in a very gentle back bend, and our belly, our center is slightly lifted to the sky. So this is really encouraging an opening across the front of the body, and particularly here where our hands are resting. Just another few breaths here, letting the legs be heavy, letting the back of the head be heavy, and gently resting the hands on the body. And then we're going to take 3 cleansing breaths together before we start to really move into the body. So just release a natural exhale here. Then take a huge inhale in through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. Another inhale just like that. Fill up into the hands. Exhale through the mouth, release. One more big inhale, really expand. And exhale to soften. Nice, moving from your center. Guide the knees back up to center. Soles of the feet to the earth. And we're just going to take some pelvic tilts. So drawing the pelvis towards you as you exhale, squeeze the air out, draw the belly button down towards the spine. Then inhale, pelvis tilts away from you, belly reaches up to the sky. Exhale, pelvis tilts towards you, belly button draws down. Inhale, your center lifts up, tilt your pelvis away from you. Sorry, keep moving with your breath, either leaving the hands where they are, or you could release them to the earth, palms face up. So this is kind of like a cat-cow here in the pelvis. Last big breath out as you draw the belly button down, and this time lift up the left foot and the right foot and bring your hands behind the back of the knees. So you can just squeeze the knees into the chest for a moment, and then we're going to start rocking forward and backwards on our mat. So find a little momentum. This might feel a bit silly to start off with. We get a really nice massage out through the spine, bring in your breath. So inhale, rock back. Exhale, forward. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more like that. Keep going. Come on. 2. Last one. Really big rock. Woo! Exhale. Come all the way to seated. Now we're warming up. Release the hands onto the knees. And come back to stillness. Sit up tall. Inhale. Shoulders soften. Exhale. Hands gently draw to heart center on the breath in. And shoulders draw down on the breath out. Close down the eyes. And notice how it feels different to be breathing in this upright position. Spiral in for a moment. Maybe dropping the chin to the chest. Bowing head to heart, mind intelligence to body intelligence. One last huge breath in. Long breath out. Nice. And then on your inhale, really reach the hands out in front of you. Stretch the skin between the fingers and spread your palms super wide. So really reaching out, push away from you as if you're pressing into an invisible wall. Take a huge breath in. And on the exhale, just bring them to place on the earth in front of you. So coming to your all fours, take your time. And when you arrive, just check that the fingertips are still spreading wide, that the palms are really pressing down into the earth. And then take a moment to check in with the elbow creases, so the inside of the elbows. Without moving the hands, you can bring the elbow creases to face in towards one another, or just spiral forward. Just notice the effect that has on your shoulders and your heart space. And finally, bring the elbow creases to face forward. Hopefully you feel a little more open across the heart space and your shoulder blades start to squeeze together a little bit behind the back. Nice. Then from here, find a long straight spine. Front body, your center draws up to meet the back body. So gentle toning of the abdomen. Take a big breath in here. And a long breath out. And then start to move with your breath. Belly drops, center lowers. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, Halloween cat. As you draw the center up to the sky. Drop the belly down, cow pose. Less Halloween themed, but you know, we can roll with it. And exhale, drawing belly button to spine, angry cat. Belly drops down, cow pose, inhale. Lots of people are actually scared of cows, so it is a bit appropriate. And exhale, cat. Then close down your eyes and press into the hands and feet and start to move with a little intuition. So you can stick with this little cat-cow flow or vinyasa, moving with your breath. Maybe the body is calling you to start moving your hips from side to side, to start a little shift forward and back. There might be a child's pose in this little dance, or really moving forward to an upward facing dog. Just notice what your body needs, and this is challenging for most, so embrace the challenge for a moment. Close the eyes. Maybe for you this involves just finding stillness in one of the two core poses here and breathing into it, stretching into the back body. Or maybe you have a lot of stagnant energy to clear, in which case move it out, breathe it out, and stretch into the body by moving in a way that feels really juicy to you. Last 3 breaths here. Last huge inhale. Exhale. Nice. Coming to a neutral spine on the breath in. Tuck the toes on the breath out and simply peel your hips back and up to downward facing dog. And maybe you let the dance continue, bending one knee and then the other. Or finding stillness if that's what your body is calling for. Find that downward facing dog that feels really good in the body, to be honest. Like, there's no other way to describe it. It's not about making the perfect shape. It's about finding a position for you that works, that stretches you out and builds strength. And when you found that, really start to breathe deeply. So huge inhale here. Long exhale. Big breath in. Long breath out. This time as you inhale, come high on the toes, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees and walk it out to the front. Take your time. Bring feet hips width apart. Gentle ragdoll, hands clasping opposite elbows. And just use the friction between the hands and the elbows to let your hands stay in place. Bend the knees and again observe. Come back to connect to your center. What does my body need? Do I need to swing side to side, shake out in the head and neck? Or does my body actually just need stillness? Let gravity doing the work and let the head and hands and arms hang heavy. Last 2 breaths here. Last huge inhale, stretch the skin of the back body. Long exhale, hands drop down towards the earth if they're not already. Then take your time on the inhale, roll up. Leave the hands heavy and the head heavy. Maybe you take a couple of breaths to get there. We're going to mountain pose Tadasana. Head comes up last, shoulders up to the ears. And we exhale to draw the shoulders down and back, palms face forward. Mountain pose. Find a stillness here and find a strength that starts with your core, gently switching on. Gaze straight forward or eyes softly closed. Big breath in. Long breath out. Last inhale here. Exhale. And let's flow with our breath. Inhale, hands reach to the sky. Exhale, bow down through center. Carve a line with your hands. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale to bow, soften the knees. Inhale, reach to the sky. Hands can come through center or out wide, yogi's choice. Hands to heart. As you breathe out, re-center here. Then inhale, straight back up to the sky. Exhale, bow through center. Halfway lift, draw belly button up to meet back body. Exhale, fold. Up to the sky, breathe in. Hands to heart, breathe out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow. Lift up halfway. Fold, exhale. Up to the sky we go, breathe in. Hands to heart, breathe out. And then we'll flow through a sun salutation C. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, bow. Halfway lift to lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, soften, this time plant the hands. Then move from your center, draw your belly button in, lift up the right foot and step it back. Inhale here. Drop the right knee, exhale. Again, use your center to move you. One breath in, come up high. Exhale, rain it all the way down. Tuck back toes, straighten the leg, inhale. And as if you're being hooked from your belly button, exhale, downward facing dog. Take a huge breath in. A long breath out. Nice. Then step your right foot up and over an invisible hurdle. Inhale. Exhale, plant the back knee, untap the toes, realign front knee over ankle if needed. Move from your center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, rain it back down. Plant the hands, tuck the toes, straighten the leg. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Huge breath into the belly. Long breath out. High on the tippy toes. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees, step it up to the front. Halfway lift, breathe in, find length. Exhale, use that length to bow down. Up to the sky, breath in. Hands to heart, breath out, left side. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, soften, bow. Find your halfway lift as you inhale. Bow, plant hands, exhale. Left foot steps, breathe in. Lower left knee, breathe out. Really tighten into the core as you inhale, reach up high. Exhale, soften it down. Tuck back toes, straighten the leg, inhale. Press into the hands, downward facing dog, exhale. Big breath in. Long breath out. Left foot steps up and over. Draw belly button in. Really work. Drop the back knee down. Untuck the toe. Exhale. Hands to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale. Hands to the earth. Tuck back toes. Straighten. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Full breath in. Long breath out. High on the toes, inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees, make your way to the front. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, soften to bow. Up to the sky, inhale, reach up. Hands to heart, breathe out. Chin to chest for a moment. Soften the gaze or eyes closed. Come back to your breath. Find stillness. Connect. Nice. Then we bat open the eyes and we come into a new flow. But actually for this one, we're going to really break it down. And if you have worked with these poses before, try and bring a beginner's mindset to this. So we can always learn something new about our body. It's changing every day, all the time. Really focus in on how each pose feels in the body and can you keep the breath flowing. That's the thing that's the hardest of all. So just give it a try. Be patient with yourself. Be kind and loving. Exhale here with hands at the heart. Then inhale, sweep hands high. Exhale, bow. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward as you exhale, plant the hands. Now this time we're stepping back to high plank. Inhale, right foot back. Exhale, left foot back. So we're staying in high plank for a second. Shoulders over the wrist is the most important thing. So really pressing the ground away. Keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. Now listen carefully. Instead of lowering the knees, this time we're going to shift forward on a breath in. And exhale, just lower halfway. Elbows stay in tight. Chaturanga. Nice. Then untuck the toes. Tops of the feet press into the mat. Straighten the arms. Upward facing dog. Big breath in. Tuck the toes under. Hook the hips up and back from your center. Downward facing dog. Huge breath in here. Long breath out through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Last one like that. Big breath in. Maybe horsey lips for the breath out. Nice. Then high on the tippy toes, look forward. Inhale. Bend the knees as you exhale. Step it up. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Exhale. Bow. Up to the sky we go. Inhale. Exhale. Hands to heart. So let's try that again. And you can choose, if you know this doesn't work in your body, and you can choose to lower the knees, come all the way to the earth, and go with baby cobra or sphinx pose. But maybe try something different today. Feel it out. Most important thing is to keep the shoulders forward over the wrists. Okay, exhale here. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, bow. Halfway lift, find length, inhale. Bow, plant the hands. Step left foot back this time, inhale. Exhale to high plank. Staying for one breath in. Shoulders over the wrists on the breath out. Legs super strong. Nice. And then inhale, shoot it forward. Exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga dandasana. Untuck the toes, press into the hands. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Breath out through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale, really soften heart back towards the thighs. One last breath in, press into the hands, stretch into the back body. And a long breath out, find a softness in the neck. Then high on the toes as you inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees and step it up. Halfway lift, front body lifts up to meet the back body. Exhale, bow. Up to the sky we go, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. So this vinyasa flow with chaturanga and upward facing dog only works when we're connected to our center, when we have that fire burning at our center. And if that fire isn't quite ready yet, or if you haven't built the strength in your body, that's fine. It takes time. Totally fine to keep dropping the knees, to do whatever version works in your body. So your choice for the next couple of vinyasa flows in this class. Take what works for you and leave what doesn't. Exhale here. Then inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale to bow. Halfway lift, huge breath in. Bow on the breath out. Plant the hands, high plank. Inhale, right foot. Exhale, left foot. Just one breath in to shift forward. And lower halfway down or all the way if you need to. Untuck the toes, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Inhale. Make your way to downward facing dog on the exhale or the next couple of breaths. Inhale here. Long breath out. This time ground into the left foot. Inhale, right heel to the sky. Exhale, shift it forward. Connect to your center. Step up and over. Plant the foot down. Long breath out. Now drop the back knee. Untuck the toes if that's comfortable in your body. And just feel it out here for a second. Inhale. Exhale, stretching into the hip flexor on the left side. Inhale, this time hands come to heart. And exhale, we just land for a moment in our Anjani Asana with back knee lowered. Nice. So we didn't rush through it, but we flowed through the last few of these. Really check in with the body here and notice how you feel. Let the shoulders soften down. And then really find a firm foundation, ground into the feet. As you inhale, reach hands up to the sky. Exhale, twist over to the right, hook the left elbow around the knee. Woo! And if you don't have any connection to your center, that's what happens. In fact, I'm going to switch sides so you can see a little easier. So with the elbow hooked, it's really tempting to just kind of fall in. Press the hands into one another, spiral the heart open, squeeze the belly button into the spine, and twist from there. And if this is too much in the body, stay high, hands at the heart, twist through the spine. Find what works for you for 2 more breaths. Inhaling, exhaling. Firm in your foundation. Gently twisting on the last breath out. Then back to center. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands come to the earth. Tuck back to under, straighten the leg. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Huge breath in. Long breath out. High on the toes. Look forward. Inhale. Bend the knees. Step it up. Exhale. Halfway lift. Breathe in your version. Exhale. Bow. Up to the sky. Sweep the hands high. Exhale. Catch something. Bring it to the heart. And then let's flow to the other side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow down. Halfway lift, really long neck. Exhale to fold, plant the hands. Left foot steps back, inhale. Right foot to high plank, exhale, 1 breath in, shift forward. Exhale, maybe this time you lower knees first and go to the earth. Listen to your body. Baby cobra or up dog, squeeze the elbows in tight. Exhale, make your way to downward facing dog. Take your time. Let the breath keep flowing. And ground down into the right heel. Inhale, left foot to the sky. Exhale, shift forward, belly button lifts up and step the foot forward. Drop the back knee down, untuck the toes. Feel it out in your low runner's lunge here. Check in with the hips. Breath in. Breath out. Belly button draws in as you inhale, hands to heart. Rise up tall. Then exhale, shoulders soften. So can we keep breathing when we're holding a little bit of integrity in our core? So this isn't just hugging the front body in, a drawing in of the belly, but this is a wrapping around all around the core to lift us up, to give us strength. Can we keep the breath flowing whilst maintaining this integrity, this gentle toning? Big breath in, long breath out. Then next inhale, hands go to the sky, firm into the feet. Exhale, twist over to the left and just gently hook the elbow round. Now press the hands in towards one another, spiral the heart to the sky. Maybe you gaze up past the left shoulder and really focus on drawing the left shoulder back in space and twisting from your center. So hips stay facing forwards. Big breath in, long breath out. 2 more. Exhale. Last huge inhale, really make it full. And a long breath out to stay, spiral that heart open. Inhale, hands go up to the sky. Really maintain that strength, the length in the body. Exhale, rain it down to the earth, plant the hands. Tuck the back toe under, straighten the leg, inhale. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Huge breath in. And as you exhale, slow descend of the knees to the earth. Child's pose. Let's bring knees wide, big toes to touch, and just melt the heart down between the thighs, down towards the earth. Belly gets really nice and soft here. And arms and shoulders are heavy, melting to the earth. Breathe into this space here and reconnect to that place, that seat of deep listening at the solar plexus. Inhaling and exhaling. One more big round of breath. Inhale. Let go of something on your exhale. Nice. And then slowly lift up on the breath in. Walk the hands all the way in towards the body. And just shift the knees into center. Drop the right hand in the lap. The left hand on top. Bring the spine nice and straight. And breathe. Notice how you feel. Bat open the eyes. Release the hands. Come to little tents either side of the body. And just drop the hips over to one side. Swing the legs round in front of you. And place the soles of the feet on the earth. So we bring the hands around behind the backs of the thighs one more time, like we did at the beginning of class. And here we give ourselves something to hold on to so we can lift the heart, open in the front body, and just gently engage into the core. So all of this area of the body is just gently switched on to keep us upright. Nice. And then this is our first bus stop. So you can stay here, open heart, lifting up, growing tall, building strength. Or maybe if this feels like you're near your edge but not quite there, you can practice lifting one foot, bringing the shin parallel to the earth, and then the other. Move with your breath. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Maybe next exhale you lift both knees and just shift back slightly. Now notice if you've kind of rounded in, draw the heart forward in. Really find a length and a lift up through your center. So light that fire at your belly. Bring both shins parallel to the earth and really sit up tall here in your boat pose, Navasana. So it's like we're going for a little row. We're super chilled. Can row from side to side. And let's stay here for another 3 breaths. Either holding on behind the thighs or reaching hands forward. Last 2. Inhale. Exhale. Last big breath in, maybe you reach the fingertips high. And exhale, soften everything down to the earth. Wrap forearms around the shins and just release chin to chest. Soften. Find a softness in the belly. Find a steadiness in the breath. And let go. So after every expansion, there is a contraction. We can't have all fire. We must sometimes just spiral back in for a moment. Come back to a place of listening, of observation. Last big breath in, long breath out. Slowly roll your way up and just release down, forearms onto the mat. Stay here for a second, lifting up through the heart, find space, inhale. And exhale, release all the way down. If you find you've come off the end of your mat, just shimmy your way forward. And doing so, this might handily bring your heels in close towards your seat. So if they're not there already, bring the soles of the feet to the earth, knees to the sky, and just See how close you can get the soles of the feet in towards your seat. You want the feet hips width apart, and maybe you can just tickle the back of your heels with your fingertips. Setting ourselves up for bridge pose here. If you are already checking in with your back body and thinking, no, I need a little more softness, then you always have the option to bring knees together, soles of the feet together, knees wide, Supta Baddha Konasana, where we started our class, which is that nice restorative back bend. Otherwise, we're bringing soles of the feet to the earth and palms of the hands to the earth either side of the body. Now, before we go anywhere, let's come back to our pelvic tilts. So, inhale to tilt the pelvis away, center rises to the sky. Exhale, draw center down, pelvis tilts towards you. So, building an engagement at our center, inhale, tilt away. Exhale, tilt towards. 2 more rounds of that with your own breath. Just lighting that fire a little bit. One last time. Last exhale, just draw the belly button down to the earth and stay there. Now press into the feet. Really find a strength in the legs. And on your next inhale, peel the tailbone up to the sky, lower back, mid back, and upper back lifts. Maybe you squeeze the shoulder blades together, shimmy the shoulders under the back body a little more, and come into your bridge pose. Keep the legs strong, and then really breathe. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, gaze stays solid on the sky above you or the ceiling. 3 more breaths, really filling up. Firm in your foundation. Last 2. Last 1, really make it count. Huge inhale. As you exhale, slowly lower down upper back, mid back, lower back, and tailbone. Let both knees drop over to the left, and then both knees over to the right. Gentle windscreen wiper one more time, just to release in the lower back body. Come back to center, either taking Supta Baddha Konasana or setting yourself up for second round of bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. So really here, this is referring to our bandha at our center. So a bandha is just an energy lock. So you can imagine yourself here, like we just discussed before with like that hooking sensation. We're hooking the belly button in and up to switch on that lock at the center, which keeps us super strong and protects our back body. So just a little bit of insider info into the Sanskrit of it all. And if you're just like, can we move now? Yes, we can. Place the soles of the hand, the palms of the hand to the earth. Inhale to draw your belly to the sky, tilt the pelvis away. Exhale, just draw the belly button down, just one of these. And then as you inhale, press into the soles of the feet, lift the hips to the sky. Maybe you shimmy the shoulder blades under, and this time you might interlace the hands behind the back body and draw the hands away from the shoulders to open a little more. No need to do this though, you can always keep the hands pressing firmly into the earth. 5 huge rounds of breath. Inhaling, lifting your chest to your chin. Exhale, press into the back of the head, chin to the sky. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1, make it really expansive. Uninterlace the hands first, pro tip, and then slowly lower down. Windscreen wiper knees to the left, to the right, left again, right again. Back to center. Soles of the feet come together, knees wide, and we'll all meet in Supta Baddha Konasana. Both hands resting at our center, manipura. Untuck the shoulders completely. Let the elbows rest heavy on the earth. Femur bones, so the big heavy bones of the thigh, are really melting down towards the earth. So let them get super heavy. Even just flutter the knees up and down a couple of times to let them release. And come back to your breath. Come back to that sense of connection to your center. And as you lie here in stillness, know that this connection extends further than just you. And it extends beyond the physical body. When we practice yoga, or even when we breathe, we are reconnecting to the rest of the world, to the universe, to that state of similarity that links us all. When we connect to ourselves, we find it easier to reconnect to one another. Last couple of breaths here. Last big breath in. Long breath out. Bring hands to the outside of the knees. Just guide the knees back to center. Nice. Bring the arms out wide to a big T shape, or maybe cactus arms if you don't quite have space. Inhale, knees up to the chest, so actually maybe not quite to the chest, just knees above the hips, shins parallel with the earth. Inhale here. As you exhale, draw the belly button down and just drop the knees over to the left. Gaze goes over to the right and then close down the eyes. Right shoulder is heavy. Take a huge breath in. A long breath out. Again, inhaling. Exhaling. Last big breath in. Long breath out. And back to center on your inhale. Use your core to move you. And exhale, switch sides, knees to the right, gaze to the left, close down the eyes. Inhaling. Exhaling, just gentle twist into the left side body. Inhaling. Breath out. One more here. And a long exhale. Come back to center on your breath in and just squeeze the knees into the chest. Maybe you switch on that fire in the belly one more time, nose up to the knees, squeeze in like a little ball, like a seed pod, so much potential. Take a little rock side to side, massage out in the back body. Nice, and release the head down to the earth, squeeze the right knee in, send the left leg out long and drop the left heel to the earth. Hug the knee in, finding a little compression in the front of the hip. And then take circles with the knee in space, maybe bringing the knee just into the right hand. I find that gives me a little more space to maneuver. And you can stay here, making circles, opening up in the hip. Or maybe bend up the left knee, place the sole of the left foot on the earth, cross the right ankle over. Just gently place your right hand on the right inner thigh to just guide the knee and the hip open. Like a number 4 shape here in the legs. Take a breath in. Soften on a breath out. And again, choose to stay here or lift the left foot off the earth, interlace the hands behind the thigh, and gently guide the thigh in towards the chest. Take a rock side to side. Find that juicy, yummy spot in the body. And when you've got it, stay there, breathe into it, 3 breaths, softening on each breath out. Nice, slowly unravel, place the left foot on the earth. Guide the right foot off and then straighten the right leg out long. Place the heel down on the earth and hug the left knee into the chest. Squeeze it in tight. Compress the front of the left hip. giving it a nice lymphatic massage so that when you release, all the blood rushes to that area, bringing fresh oxygen and nutrients. Squeeze it in tight. And then we can make circles with the knee in space, maybe bringing the left knee into the left hand, circling one way and then the other. Stay here, or bring the sole of the right foot to the earth, cross the ankle over. Guide that knee out to the side. Use your hand, but be gentle. Find a softness. Inhale. And exhale. And lift, stay, or always a choice, always options. Lift the right foot off the earth. Interlace the hands behind the thigh and hug the legs in towards the torso. Take your rock side to side. Find that juicy spot. I always find it's away from the leg that's crossed over, so over to the right on this side, but everyone's body is different. Find what works for you, and then breathe into it. 3 breaths. Soften on each exhale. Last breath in. Last breath out. Unravel, come to center. Hug the knees into the chest. And then make your way into Shavasana, stretching out one leg, then the other. If you're not quite on your mat, you can move yourself there. By all means, get your bolster, place it behind the knees, or just soften here, close down the eyes. Palms face up, or palms face down, yogi's choice. Release the body into the earth. And come to focus your attention on the breath. Observe as the inhales fill you up and the exhales soften you down. Every round of breath changing the space that your body takes up. So every inhale you become a little bigger, a little more spacious. And every exhale you become a little smaller, body gently softening in. Follow each inhale from beginning to end. Notice if there's a pause, and follow your exhale all the way to completion. Notice the natural pauses in your rounds of breath, either at the end of the inhale or the exhale. And really get curious about each and every single breath. Consistent, steady, yet each slightly different from the next. Let the body grow soft and heavy. Let the forehead melt and soften. And keep following the breath for the next few minutes. Nowhere to be but here. Nothing to do but breathe. If you find yourself distracted, maybe gently count the breaths. So 1 on the inhale, 2 on the exhale, 3 inhale, 4 exhale, until you get up to 10 and simply restart. a deeper breath in here. Send your exhale down into the earth. Bring your thumb to gently kiss each of the fingertips in turn. Waking up the hands and then twinkle the toes to wake up the feet. Circle ankles and wrists. Gently bring one ear over to the mat, followed by the other. Stretching out in the neck. And when you're ready, reach arms all the way up overhead, pointing to the fingertips, pointing to the toes. Take a huge breath in. A long exhale to soften down. Bend one knee then the other into the chest. Give them a nice loving hug. And keeping the eyes closed, slowly just release to one side. Yogi's choice. Soften down and notice how you feel. Use the strength in your arms, press your hands into the earth and make your way all the way up to a comfortable seat. Eyes stay closed, hands come to heart center, sit up tall. Notice how it feels to breathe in an upright position. Bring your attention once more to that fire at your center. Notice if you feel a little bit more connected to yourself. And then let's consider this concept of namaste with hands pressed together at heart. Simply means that the light in me, that fire at my center, sees and honors the light in each of you, in everyone. We recognize that is in ourselves, our higher self, is in everyone else as well. Let's take one final cleansing breath together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Palms up to the third eye on the inhale. And as we bow, the light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.